Hello there, and welcome to the Scotch Doubles Gold Finals. We have John Letsom and Lori Dawkins playing Daniel and Darlene Edwards. It looks like Lori and John have won the flip. This is 9-ball winner breaks. Looks like the format here is a race to 5. Went ahead and plugged in the combined average Fargo rates for both teams. And the Edwards have a 60% edge over the Letsoms on paper. Looks like John Letsom is breaking with the BCA Rush, one of those carbon fiber shafts. We'll see if he breaks from the side, the center of the table, and see what kind of action he can get. Thanks again for tuning in. We do have the Platinum Scotch Doubles starting here shortly as well, so please stay tuned. John laying down a firm break, coming up dry. Edwards electing to send out Darlene. Looks like she can freely see the 1-ball, but it doesn't have a very natural pocket. I can see her coming off the side of that 1 and pocketing the 4. Might be worried about getting hooked behind that 7-ball. Maybe a combination, 1-8. That puts her down naturally towards the 2. So she did play off the side of the 1 into the 4. Hit it nice and firm. Ended up with a good view on the 1. I could see a nice little safe here. Kind of splitting that 1 and cue ball and using those 5-6 as a blocker. We'll see how aggressive Daniel's going to be. Came down towards center table. Looks like Lori is going to have a cut on that 1 ball. We'll see if she just goes back and forth across that mid-table line and leaves John a nice cut on the 2. Lori Dawkins and John Letsom have been playing Scotch doubles for quite a while. I'm talking years. I went back through the results from these Western BCA events on that CTS On Demand database, and they've been playing since 2014, which means they've probably been playing since before then. Nice. Shot that bank nice and smooth. Would have left him a great shot on the 2, but it just hung up on her. We'll see if Darlene's just going to rail first, spin this ball, get around that 5, and come down table for the 2. Oh, got a little too close, giving up ball in hand. Looks like Darlene and Daniel may be out of the Spokane area. They have quite a bit less robustness than John and Lori. I'm not sure if they're new to BCA or new to the area. Looks like they're just under the robustness. They're Daniel coming in at 195 and Darlene at 130. I know that's been quite a bit of talk as far as established players versus non-established players. Nice smooth stroke out of Lori. John's got a great look at the 3. Let's see what he's going to do to get to this 5. Opens it up for the breakout, clips that 6. Great shot, John. Man, he hit that smooth. Now I know that I'm playing 2 rails and out, coming back down through the center table towards the 7 ball. We'll see if Lori's going to play this with inside, just up to the head rail and back down. So she kind of went with a combination. She was going out towards the left side of the table like I would like to do, but it almost looked like the English held her up instead of the outside spinning her towards that second rail, leaving John a nice cross-side bank. I think he's naturally going to be able to play that 7 down in this lower corner just past the 8. Oh, just over hits it. Well, we'll see what Daniel can do here. I'm not quite sure from this vantage point if that 6 ball passes that 8 on that rail. I could see him just playing a nice safe, bringing that cue ball deep up table and kind of leaving that 6 down on the foot rail. Played some nice close proximity there. I love playing that shot. What do you think? You think Lori's just going to slip down behind that 8 ball? It's touchy. That can hurt. Ball in hand, nothing touching. 4 balls on the table. Let's see what kind of pattern Darlene can develop here. I like moving that 6 away from here. Giving a more distance on the 7. Then Daniel can play through the 7. And they can do the same thing from the 8 to the 9. There we go. Now is Daniel going to play through the 7, maybe with a touch of outside, going up high of the 9, opening up that angle on the 8. Great. Nice shot. Here we go. She gonna open out, come back up towards center table. Oh, common symptom there. All right, John, step into the table. Nice view of the 8. I could see just a nice controlled either draw shot or maybe coming 2 rails, head rail, side rail. Nice controlled draw shot. Great shot. Lori stepping to the table, trying to get that first game in the books. Here we go. See a nice smooth stroke. Boom. Deposits the 9 ball. Great shot, Lori. Go ahead and get that score updated. Let's see what that does to that fair match number.
If anybody lost some medication,
looks like that does put John and Lori up 54 to 46%.
It's important, and I know if you lost it, you probably need it. So come up and identify it if you've lost your medication.
Daniel and Darlene breaking. Let's see if they elect to use the traditional triangle or the magic rack. Looks like they're going with the traditional triangle. A majority of the opponents that my teammate and I were playing in the Scotch Silver Division, all elected to use the traditional triangle, whereas my partner and I were breaking with the turtle rack. I love having that rule where each team has a choice to use what they want instead of being forced into one or the other. Looks like Daniel's a right-hander. We'll see where he is choosing to break from. Some type of discrepancy over the rack. I'm not sure if she racked a little bit off the spot or if maybe it was a little bit crooked. Whatever you saw, he wasn't having any of it. It's the thing I've noticed. I'm pretty quick with my template rack, but once I start using that traditional triangle, some of these tables are pretty finicky. I really have to work that rack to try and get a nice tight. He really put some body into that. Welcome to the chat room, Hank. Hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing. Looks like you can flip between the two channels. You have John and Lori playing Daniel and Darlene here. And then next to me you have Daniel Sardencio and Steve Lingelbach's teams playing each other in the Platinum Scotch Doubles Finals. So side-by-side finals. John playing a nice rollout. I think he's leaving that carom off the 1-9 or 1 into the 3. Or would that be a kiss? Ooh, nice try. Just a hair off, Darlene. It's hard to tell from here how that 2 sits. I have a feeling if they get deep down towards the foot of the table, that 2 will pass the 9. But anywhere up towards center table, that could be a hard angle. Look at this. Oh, nice. Makes the 1 and gets down on the backside of the 2. I don't think John has a straight shot to the side, but I have a feeling we're going to see a nice, strong safe behind that 9-7. I was on a City League 8-ball team with John about 13 years ago in Eugene, Oregon. He now lives in Reedsport, down on the Oregon coast. Does play it safe, alleviates that 2 issue of not going. Now we have a nice wide open table. Daniel does have a view on the 2, but I don't think he has a full ball view. It's hard to see if he can spin to get to the right side of the 2 ball. If not, I could see him just playing a nice safe to the foot rail. He elects to swing at a bank. It's a great separation leave here. I wonder if Lori's a jumper. Well, you should remember it, Ryan. You were the team captain. Thanks for listening in. Ryan Huntoon, there in Eugene, Oregon. I wonder if anyone else from that team is listening. Ray Seibert, Ace Ogletree, Ken Welch. Was it Ron Armstrong? John Catron. Jeremy Daniels. Nice. Up and down. Gonna split this 8-7. Look at that line. Beautiful shot. Daniel's just gonna play this nice 2 rails, side rail, head rail, coming back down towards the 4. Hopefully he doesn't get up behind that 5 business. Oh, nice. Draws out 2 rails. I like that. Looks like Darlene has a nice straight shot on the 4. I'm not sure if she's just going to leave him long, play center ball, leave him either a back bank on the 5, or if she's going to try and play down through the ball, get back up table. I don't like the draw just because of the proximity of the 5 on her bridge hand. I see a lot of players trying to do too much with the cue ball, and they end up missing the initial shot. We'll see what she can lay down here. Great shot. Controlled draw, gets him out for a better angle on the 5. We haven't seen a lot of finesse speed out of Daniel. This would be a great finesse shot. Spin that 5, coming over for the 6. Gets down, bumps the 7. That works great. She does have a little bit of an awkward angle here. I could see a lockup safe behind the 7, just playing a stop shot, sending that 6 to the foot rail and coming up towards the side pocket. I think she's swinging at it, just going to kind of bump off that 9 to her left hand. Boom. We have movement. So we're definitely seeing 2 distinct styles of play. We've seen a couple defensive looks out of John and Lori, and we've seen more of an all-out aggressive style of play from the Edwards. Might see that controlled draw shot out of John that we saw earlier. There we go. Backs that ball up. Leaves Lori a nice back cut on the 7 to the side. Coming down to the foot rail, back up towards mid-table. Playing the 8 in the upper right-hand corner. Oh, she got the leave. So here we go. This can be another touchy shot. It's hard to see if the 7 goes clean. I myself am calling a ref here. This is too close for comfort. I don't like the chance of a double hit. Nice safe out of Daniel there. Great shot. Smart thinking. Only 3 balls on the table. You're looking to go 1-1 game count as opposed to down 0-2. That's a huge difference in a race to 5. Let's turn this into a race to 4. Getting it to 1-1. Sure, we'd all like to see a hill-hill match here. John with a strong, clean kick. Full contact. Putting the ball almost exactly where it was. See if Darlene can think herself out of this box here. I don't think the 7 passes. I think it's too risky to kick rail first. I could see myself just kind of laying up, pushing that 7 off the 8 towards the side rail, bringing that cue ball down to the head rail and just trying to get it as close to the 9 as possible. Anything close in proximity to the side pocket makes that shot that much harder. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I can't tell if it's deep enough for the 7 to glance off the 8. From my view, it looks like if the 7's going to go off the 8, it's going to come below the side pocket, but we'll find out right here. Ooh, so close. He was low, but not by much. Oh, and I think she's hooked on the 8. We might have to see a rail first here. This will be a fantastic kick out of Lori. I don't think she's going long rail. I think she's going side to side. Electing to go to the head rail. Look at this. Oh my goodness, what a shot. Oh, you cannot hit it much better than that. Great shot, Lori. Back to Daniel. We're going to see just a nice little stun, creating that angle for the 8 ball. Being able to transition up table to the 9. Yeah, that was a beautiful kick by Lori. No reward. I don't know if John would have been wanting to bank this 8 ball, but I think he might have been able to put it in the bag. Nice little kind of stun draw. I think this is just natural, 3 rails. I'm going to deposit that 8 ball. She's going to come down here towards the lower corner, foot rail, side rail, then come right back up towards that chalk where her bridge hand is, continuing right into that 9 ball. See what she can do, speed control. This is a big shot for Darlene. 2 rails, up towards the chalk, under hits it just a touch. I don't think Daniel's afraid of a bank. Let's see what he's got here. Oh, he opts to play that similar safe that he played earlier. This one does not pay out as strong. That was a big shot there. John stepping up to the table, looking to pull ahead 2-0 and a race to 5. Jacked up. Uses the whole pocket there. Nice shot, John. So John and Lori stepping up 2-0 in a race to 5, which brings their winning percentage to a 70%. So fair match is given John and Lori 70% odds to win the race to 5. If you are listening, thank you so much. We appreciate your viewership. I have Kevin and Sherry Ross here doing their thing on the table 9. They have Lingelbach and Daniel Sardensio's teams playing in the finals for the Platinum Scotch doubles, while we have this match for the finals for Gold Scotch doubles. So we are wrapping up Scotch doubles here at Chinookwan's Casino in Lincoln City, Oregon for the 2019 Western BCA 9-Ball Championships. It's been a great tournament so far. We had a successful fun day on Saturday. Every match I played in was nice and smooth. I haven't heard any complaints as far as people having to wait. Seems like everything is moving right along. John laying down another firm break, making that 1 ball, leaving Lori a great shot on the 2 with transition to the 3. That 5-4 is clustered, but it's close to the 3. We'll see if John can get a breakout. Nice and smooth. Get out of there. Woo. Plays the point for shape. She gave John a great breakout angle. You can see him just coming right off that 3 into the head rail, right towards that diamond. Kicking that 5, 4, 4 out towards the side pocket. Look at this. Beautiful. It's like he had the cue ball on a string. Lori just plays this nice and easy, leaving John another angle to make the 5 and get her on that 6 ball. Just a hair off aim. That could be a big swing. Going up 3-0 in a race to 5 versus 2-1. There's a big difference there in my book. See if Darlene can gather her nerves. They definitely want to pick up this game. Gets back up table for that 5. I can see John, I can see Daniel just playing this nice and easy. Now is Darlene going to play off of this 6-1 rail? And leave the 8 in the side towards where she's at? Or do you think she's going to come up and play 2 rails? So into that rail and then back towards where she's at now to leave the 8 down into the corner. I guess that answers our question. Down into the corner. I like that. Just allowing the angle to move towards the 9 ball. I have such a tendency to make this 8 ball, wanting to get down to the 9. I play it, but I misread the angle, and I end up moving that cue ball towards center table, high of the 9, as opposed to getting down low towards the 9 that I'm looking for. I actually started playing it because I was over-rolling it. I just said, okay, if I'm going to over-roll it, I want to continue to over-roll it and use it to my advantage. So I've been playing through that 8 ball into that right side rail and then coming all the way across table to be able to play the 9 in the same pocket. We'll see what Daniel does. We've seen a firmer stroke out of him on most of his shots so far. I don't necessarily see him finessing this ball and trying to contain the cue. I see him more pushing through the ball. Amazing. Not in my wheelhouse. Something I would like to practice. Great shot. Darlene exactly where she wants to be. Nice and smooth. Let's make that 9 ball. Let's get to 1-2. Uses the whole pocket. Go ahead and get that score updated for you. Darlene and Daniel getting on the board with 1-2. Looks like that win percentage has shifted. We still have John Letsom and Lori Dawkins coming in at 58% to Daniel and Darlene's 42. This is a close match on paper, and as you can see from play, it's anyone's set. What a great finals. Thanks again for tuning in. This is Joel Peck, working with Railbirds Productions here in Lincoln City, Oregon. I'm not sure if you have capabilities of seeing two pictures from where you're watching this, but you do have the Platinum Scotch Doubles Finals going on at exactly the same time. Great match. Went back and took a look at some of the records from John and Lori playing together over the last few years on record since 2014, and it looks like the best finish I saw was 9th through 12th down in Coos Bay at the Eileen Madden Memorial Tournament that they were hosting at the Mill Casino. They had quite a few, kind of mid-range finishes, but this will be by far their best. Nice. John taking care of the problem, elects to make the 9, which then spots. Giving Daniel the option to either take the push or give it back. We'll see if Daniel's just going to play a nice roll-up safe on the 2. Did he get there? It's hard to tell.
Josh Martin, Gary Elston, table 50.
Thanks again to Rick Tillett for putting on that great tournament down there in Coos Bay. That Eileen Madden Memorial Tournament, the 2 times that they hosted. What a shot. Plays a bank combination. Off angle. I don't know if John can see much of the 1 ball. I could see him playing a separation safe, just coming off the edge of the 1, moving that cue ball up table towards the head rail, banking that 1 cross towards the 7, using that 9, 2, 3 as some blocker balls. Looks like Sherry stepped out of the booth and Summerfield Habner has stepped in, joining Kevin Ross. John electing to jump. Nice jump, but the line wasn't there. Giving up ball in hand.
William Bagley and John Lewis, table 52.
Let's see what kind of pattern Darlene can develop here. That 2 is in little tight quarters there. That 3, 6, 5 takes away some of the angles. Looks like she's lining up. Thinking about a 1-9 here.
Mike Hartwig and Mike Bell, table 51.
She playing to the side. Look at this. Ball in hand, 1-9 combination bank cross side. Bringing it to an even 2-2. Let's get that score updated for you. We've turned that race to 5 into an even race to 3. Giving a momentum shift to the Edwardses, coming in at 58%.
Stephen Wheatley and Tim Myers, table 53.
Versus 42 for John Letsom and Lori Dawkins. Hope you all had a smooth Monday for all you 9 to 5ers out there. We had a beautiful day here at the Oregon coast. Pretty warm temperature. Sun came out to say hello.
Heather Norberg and Ian Burns, table 54.
John laying down a firm break. No real direct shot at the 1. Let's see, is Lori going to go rail first? Is she going to play a push? She can see the edge of the 1, but unfortunately it's putting her towards that scratch line. And she relocates the 8. I could see a mean safe coming out of Daniel here. Is he going to thin off that left edge? Getting the 1 out away from this cluster and locking up John on the backside of that 6. So that was half the battle. He locked him up with that 6, but he wasn't able to get that 1 completely out of there. We'll see what kind of line John has. If he doesn't have a straight shot on the 1, he definitely can go rail first. He's lining up like he's got a straight shot. Natural shape to the 3. Get in the hole. Nice shot. Lori stepping up. Full view of the 3. She's just going to drift down table and leave the 4 here in the lower left corner. Elects to draw. This is a shot that I enjoy watching people shoot. I feel like we all play it so different. I see a lot of people drawing to that left rail, using that rail to slow it down, then playing that 5 up in the upper right-hand corner. I see other people spinning off of that 4 ball, playing 2 rails out. I see people step up and hit that long bank. Interesting. Thanks for the heads up. I will talk to Kevin and see what he says. Unfortunately, all I am is a voice. I don't know anything about computers. But thanks again for letting me know. Lori with a great look at the 4. Been able to drift up table for the 5. Nice speed control there. See if John's just going to basically leave the cue ball right there where the 5 was. Could see Lori just coming off that 6 ball and leaving the 8 for the same pocket. I like coming out instead of trying to contain for this. I feel like a lot of people will try and contain and then they end up getting way too close to their work on the 8. Let's see if she hits it a little bit firmer and just comes out making the 8 in the same pocket. Would have been nice to maybe see a touch of outside or other people playing full inside and coming around. I think John's still looking good.
Gary Jones, table 56. Joe Rush and Ryan Smith, table 57.
It's hard to see if he back cuts that 8 ball, if he's going to be moving and actually hitting the 9, or if he's going to be able to swing past that 9. I don't think we'll see anything too firm out of him. He was able to get past that 9, but came pretty far down table. Lori has a look at it. We're going to see a spin cut to the side. She's above that side pocket, so that's a pretty low percentage shot in my book. I'm worried about that scratch line if she plays it down to the corner. Oh, man. Nice swing at it. Thanks, Hank. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Appreciate the words of confidence. It means a lot. Daniel and Darlene getting up to 3-2 in this race to 5. Sitting in the driver's seat. And John and Lori do have the point in this match, so they are excited to get these next 3 wins and finalize their first place finish. If it does go the other way and the Edwards take this, we will be going to a true double, which would be another race to 5. That was a big swing. Going from 2-2 to up 3-2 and breaking. Versus if Lori was able to make that 9 ball, they would be up 3-2 and racking. Looks like Daniel's on a break here. That'll give me some time to look up and see what the Edwards tournament has looked like so far as their path to victory. Take me just a moment. It looks like they won their first 3 matches and lost their 4th, then grinded through the backside with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back-to-back wins to come meet John and Lori here in the finals. So they have been able to play quite a few more matches than John and Lori. We'll see if they can use that momentum to their advantage. They had some strong win percentages, winning 5-1, 5-0, 5-2, after having a string of hills, winning 5-4, 5-4, losing 4-5. Thanks again for listening. Hope that you're enjoying this coverage of some Scotch doubles finals matches. Be sure to swap between your screens and check out the Platinum Scotch doubles finals happening now. We do have singles starting tomorrow here at the Western BCA regional events. We have divisional singles, and then we have the elite singles. So if I am correct, anyone over a 625 Fargo rate or electing to play in the elite singles will be in the elite division. Every other singles participant is placed into a pool, whether you're male or female, whether you're the 624 Fargo rate or whether you're down there in the lower numbers. Then what they do is they take that full pool of players and they chop it up into 6 closely equal subdivisions. Unfortunately, Darlene coming off that head ball and scratching in the side. Common occurrence here on 9-ball breaks that I've been seeing. Went ahead and did some research. Daniel and Darlene ended up playing platinum Scotch doubles here for the 2019 8-ball event. They finished 17th through 24th, so they did have a strong showing. Able to get into the gold division this time around for 9-ball. Guaranteed a stronger finish here. Both teams trying to take home that first place finish. Once again, Lori Dawkins and John Letsom do have the point. Looks like John can back cut that 3 here, but he's going to be flirting with that 9. Will we see a back bank instead? Ooh. Looks like the hit was good, but that angle was just a touch off. Lori would have really liked that leave on the 4. Great shape. Daniel stepping up, playing nice and smooth. Leaving Darlene a great shot on the side. We'll see. She will be jacked up over the 5, but I don't see it being a problem. I could easily see just a nice smooth shot on the 4 to the side. Rock back, 5 to the opposite corner. I could see that 6 all the way long down past the 8. Play a 7 in the side, 8 in the corner, 9 in this lower right-hand corner. They're out. We'll see what path they decide to take. I'm pretty unorthodox in my pattern, or my lack of pattern play, I should say. It's kind of why I like rotation. I feel like I'm coloring within the lines as opposed to setting me loose and having to create my own lines. Nice. Beautiful center ball. Replace that 4 ball with a cue ball. I don't know who shoots that shot better, Burt Kinnister or Tor Lowry. I like the way that they both do it. I like that Burt gets that little bit of a roll and actually replaces the object ball, where I like that Tor Lowry is just hitting that perfect stop shot and doesn't get that extra rotation. Here we go. Nice and smooth. Backed it up just a hair. I mean, that was a half inch. I think she has room. I think she can just roll the 6-ball down. Whether she elects to play it in the side still, even though she's moving towards the head of the table, or whether she rolls the ball quite a bit farther, giving herself a more favorable angle to play down here in the lower right-hand corner. We'll find out. Oh, ouch. Daniel would not have been happy with that leave if that 6 would have gone in. Here we go, Lori. So I'm playing the 6-ball, upper left. Just gonna let the natural angle do its thing. I think I'm gonna be close to touching the 8, but I think I'm gonna just pass by, going up to the head rail. I'm not gonna hit it hard enough that I wanna come center table. I wanna leave myself up there in the kitchen area and just leave John a little bit longer, but I don't wanna be moving into a danger zone as far as angle for me. Look at this. Man, I don't think she could have hit that better. That was amazing. Gonna see just a nice center ball. Shot out of John. Rolls up for the 8. This is where they want to be. Down 2-3. Shooting the 8 to get it back to a race to 2. Gold Scotch doubles final. Nice shot out of Lori Dawkins, leaving John long and straight on the 9. Let's take a breath, find a firm foundation, hit this shot like you know you can. No problem. Ouch. As far as lead goes, that's not bad. I'm not a big fan of playing past that side pocket. We'll see how Daniel handles the situation himself. This is a huge 9-ball. If Daniel can put this in the pocket, brings his team up 4-2 in a race to 5, get into the hill first. If by chance John and Lori get another shot at it, they would much rather be sitting at 3-3 than down 2-4. And just pulled away from the rail. I see that a lot. Lori having a chance to take matters into her own hands. Looks like she's sighting for that cut down the rail. From this angle, that's pretty thin. We'll see. Is she going to hit it with inside? Try and walk the ball into the pocket? I know it's ridiculous, but I'm banking this ball for sure. I just know personally that if I line up this shot and shoot it 5 times, I have a higher percentage with the bank. And if you get the double bank, you still get rewarded. Oh, darn. Nice try, Lori. She must have thought the bank was higher percentage as well. She went over and looked, sighted that for that cut down the rail, and it just didn't seem like she was comfortable with it. That was a pretty steep angle. Oh no. Darlene. Ouch. Well, here we go. Full spectrum. Each player having a shot to make the 9. Started with Daniel. Actually, I apologize. It started with John straight in. Then it went to Daniel down the rail. Then it went to Lori with the bank. Then it went to Darlene with the cut. Goodness. 6 tries.
Chelsea Reeder, Darcy Mason, table 40. Todd F.
Yeah, I agree with you, John.
George Boise, table
I think there's a lot of pressure on that shot, but ended up paying out.
12. Joe Palooza, table 46.
Darlene and Daniel stepping up.
Jeremy Gradwell.
4-2 in this race to 5 in the finals of the gold Scotch doubles. Looks like they're bringing their winning percentage to a 90%. That's when you plug in the averages of both teams and put it into fair match. We are using Fargo rate here at this Western BCA event. If you're not familiar with Fargo rate, go ahead and check out some of their videos they have on YouTube. Some great explanations of how we're all coming to this rating system, what these numbers mean, how they're applied. They have a great app for all your mobile devices. Helps put things into perspective, pretty easy to use. I like it because it shows some of my past results as far as individual matches, tournaments that I've played in. So here we go. John Letsom breaking, down 2-4 and a race to 5. They do have the point. John and Lori would like to win the next 3 games and take home first prize money. Making a couple balls. Lori has a nice shot on the 1. Natural transition down for the 2. See if she can shake off that missed bank and get back to work.
Adi Gonzalez and Julie DeWalt, table 45.
Nice. Strong shot, Lori. Looks like John could either play this bank combination into the 6, could play a nice safe up table, getting behind that 4-7. I could see him spin cutting that 2 ball all by itself. Looks like he's still weighing out his options. So one thing you see is when a player will have his bridge hand down or her hand down, and they're still deciding what they're going to do. Beautiful cut by John. Sends a cue ball up table. Lori, nice shot on the 4, naturally moving towards the 6. Ouch. Well, she got a little reprieve with that leave. Looks like Daniel can see about half of that 4 ball. With the proximity of the 6, I don't see him trying to play safe. Comes up with the rail first combination. Gets rewarded with a nice leave. Oh, John giving up ball in hand late in the game. It didn't look like he took his time with that shot. That was a very crucial shot within the set, being down 2-4. I'm not sure if that was frustration or if he just had his eye on the prize. I think we all do it. Well, Daniel and Darlene are in the driver's seat. Nice shot on the 6. Opens up with that draw out. Look at that spin take. Darlene, if she can just bear down. If she makes this 7 ball, she has natural shape coming down center table, right where she wants to be. Daniel can make that 9 from anywhere. Plays a beautiful shot. I love playing the point for shape. Glad she got that point. That ball was traveling down. She might have left him a cross bank instead of a nice cut.
Garrett Craig, Brent Langley.
Here we are, 5-2. Go ahead and get that score updated for you. And let's see what they're going to do. Looks like we might see another flip or a lag. Thanks for tuning in for that first half of the finals here of the gold Scotch doubles. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and take care of something. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back. Looks like Daniel and Darlene are walking up towards the tournament director's booth with that winner's sheet so they can update those brackets online. I'm not sure if they're going to take a bathroom break and get right back at it. John and Lori are still standing at the table here, so I'd imagine that we won't have much delay. I think both teams are eager to get this finalized and take home some money. Thanks again for tuning in here at the 2019 Western BCA 9-Ball Championships at Chinnequin's Casino here in Lincoln City, Oregon. Big thanks to Railbirds for providing the opportunity for me to commentate this evening. Shout out to all their sponsors, helping make things happen. Big shout out to all the players that made the trip. We have players here from Oregon, Washington, Montana, Idaho, and Canada. This is a great regional tournament. Hope you all have enjoyed some of the coverage that Railbirds has been putting up for you. If you can't make it this time, please attend this tournament for 8-ball. That'll be the next session. Later on this week, we do have singles starting tomorrow and then teams starting on Friday. So you have plenty of pool ahead of you. Looks like Daniel's walking up with the new score sheet, so I'd imagine we're going to see a lag or a flip here shortly. Go ahead and get these scores reset. Once again, we have John Letsom and Lori Dawkins out of Reedsport, Oregon, playing Darlene and Daniel Edwards out of the Spokane area. We have a pretty close match as far as Fargo rates go. John Letsom's coming in at a 546 versus Daniel as a 572. Lori is a 411 and Darlene is a 420. One thing I would like to mention is that Daniel and Darlene are both under that 200 game robustness. Daniel's at a 195 and Darlene's at a 130. I'm not sure how that pans out as far as not being established. I believe that if you aren't established, you have to play Scotch with someone from your local league as opposed to being able to choose from the pool of Western BCA qualified players. I don't see that being a problem since they're both out of the same area. Looks like they're playing strong together. They did take 17th in the Platinum Scotch doubles here at the 2019 Western BCA 8-ball event that happened here in March. John and Lori had the point and just lost 2-5. It's always a heartbreaker, but they had that extra life in their back pocket, going to that true double elimination. So now both teams have a single loss, meeting in the final of the finals. One last race to 5. Go ahead and see if I can find out some pay information for you. Take me just a moment. I'm just going to the CTS On Demand website, which is Q Sports division system.
Steve Weekly, Josh Anderson, table 43.
That's how I'm able to follow all of my friends, see how they're performing in the tournament. And first place is $2,030, so that'll be $1,015 per player. Whereas second place is $1,390, so you're talking about $690 per player. So that's quite a bit of difference in payout. So let's see if we can run those numbers. I wish I was better with the computer. I'm going to have to go old school and just get out the paper. So we're saying that that was 2,030 versus 1,390. So a $640 difference. So this is a $640 race to 5. So potentially the winners are going to take $320 each extra home with them for winning this set. That's the kind of pool I like to be in. When was the last time you played a race to 5 for $320? That and the prestige of being champions as opposed to runner-up.
David Ringo, Shay Lanter, table 47. Andy Kloss, David Ringler, table 53. Bob Kalash, Sam Yost, table 54. Tony Bloom and Russell.
Just in case you haven't checked out our other feed, Railbirds has the Platinum Scotch Doubles finals going on right now. You have Steve Lingelbach and Wendy, is it Shelsky? Versus Daniel Sardencio and his partner. I'm not familiar with her. I don't know if her last name is Busley. I apologize if that's not how to pronounce your name. I'll have to go introduce myself after your match. You were saying that the prizes were much less in the past, Hank, at 500 instead of up here in the, the 2000 range. That's quite a big boost as far as prize structure goes. Oh, and we see a flip. Enough of my jibber jabber. Let's get this match underway. Once again, we are here in the final of the finals for gold Scotch doubles. Daniel and Darlene trying their hardest to double dip John Letsom and Lori Dawkins here. We had a 2-5 finish in the first set, starting off on a clean slate. Oh, I see, Hank. A $500 bar matchup. Sounds like the type of pool I like to play. Have a nice crowd starting to draw around these tables, getting an eye on what's happening here live. If you find yourself with some spare time and a car that'll make it safe, we're here in Lincoln City through Sunday night. These finals for teams usually finish up pretty late, so feel free to come down. If you've never seen 74 pool tables in one room, come check it out. It's quite a sight. You can actually feel the floor flex. Daniel hitting a nice, firm 9-ball break. Looks like he leaves a window on the 1. Darlene stepping to the table. We'll see if she'll transition to the 2. I can see her just playing right through that 1 ball. Head rail, coming back down, bumping that 8. Darlene being very conscientious of the table next to her. That's what I like to see in a player. Remembering that you're not the only player in the room, that you have a final going on right next to you. Showing some class. Nice and smooth, makes the 1. Leaves Daniel a great shot on the 2. We saw a similar line out of this earlier. Instead of playing follow, we saw a interesting draw shot out of Daniel all the way up to the head rail. He opened it up, ended up playing 2 rails and out.
Just a reminder, if you
We'll see how he gets down to this 4.
the tournament does, come identify it if you've lost any medication.
For all of you watching and listening, thank you so much. We appreciate the support. This is Joel Peck sitting in with Railbirds. Hank, if you're talking to me, then I must have a doppelganger out there. I'm San Diegan as opposed to Canadian. But there are some very nice Canadians up here. Mason Mackey being one of my favorites. Lake, another great guy. Always looking to play some sets. Late night here in the 24-hour green room. So what does Daniel do here? Does he just roll this 5-ball and leave her closer to the rail? Or does he try and manipulate that 5-ball to try and get farther off the rail, lowering the percentage of the shot itself? I like just rolling the ball. I don't want to do anything fancy. Just want to make sure I make that 5-ball. So he elected to really try and manipulate the ball, but I don't think that it helped him. He made his shot. Darlene gets to step to the table, but no reward. Still on the rail. You can see that stance. Look at that. Really open front leg. Oh, darn. Scratches. Well, John and Lori getting a late game gift here. Ball in hand, 3-ball out. Transition from the 8 to the 9. We'll see what they do. Well, Hank, you're putting a smile on my face, that's for sure. I appreciate the gift there. I'm about to do up with the window. And I don't know what you're talking about. Big shot out of Lori here. Smooth as smooth gets. Nice. Beautiful. I like what John's doing. Stepping away from the table, looking at the line. He knows the importance of this 9-ball. Steps up, has his line predetermined. Cuts it nice and smooth. Getting game 1. John Letsom and Lori Dawkins getting that first game. Get that score updated for you. Shifts the win percentage into their favor. Fair matches given John and Lori 54% versus 46 going to the Edwardses. If you're just tuning in, this is the Gold Scotch Doubles Final here at Chinook Casino, 2019 Western BCA 9-ball event. John and Lori had the point. They lost the first set 2-5. Daniel and Darlene trying to double dip them for the cash. First prize is $2,030. Second being $1,390. So this is a $640 set. Lori stepping to the table. She's got a full view of the 1. Whether she chooses to play down to that side pocket. It's kind of a steep angle. Is she going to play all the way down to this bottom right pocket here in the corner? Oh, what a fine line. Man, great leave on the 2. She hit that good, just a hair off, played the point. Got some cover on the 1. Darlene has her work cut out for her. We're going to see a nice kick up behind the 1. Playing opposite side and a little kick and stick, leaving that shot on the 2. We're going to see her go to the opposite side and kick it in the side here. Opting for the longer kick.
Gary Jones, Joe Rush, table 52.
This gives her natural shape on the 2 if she makes the 1. Ooh, she did both of them combined. Look at that. Great hit. Nice shot, Darlene. Looks like that cue and one ball are married together. John has his work cut out for him. Checking to see if the balls are frozen. He's really checking, so they must be awful close. We'll see if they call a ref over. If they are frozen, he's allowed to push through the balls. If they're not, he's going to have to play away. I'm thinking we're going to see a safe. I think he's going to play off the edge of the one to the head rail, and he's just going to use that 4 as a blocker ball. So we do have a referee involved. They're checking to see if the balls are frozen. I'm not sure what the ruling was there. Maybe we'll be able to tell by John's body language. You know that if he's playing away from the ball, chances are they were not frozen. If we see him just lining up right into the shot, we know that they're frozen and he's given the free pass. He's looking away. I have a feeling they are not frozen. I don't know if that... Look at this. Nice swing at it, John. That was not an easy situation to be in. Once again, John and Lori having the momentum in this set, being up 1-0 in a race to 5. They might be able to taste that $640. I know that would cover my buffet expenses for the week. If you haven't checked out the buffet here at Chinnaquin's, come down to have some prime rib. A little creamy horseradish. Nice shot there. Looks like Lori's kicking. That 2 is a big ball. Well, I'm glad to see that you have multiple things going on at once, Hank. You multitasker. Looks like St. Louis goes down. Here we go. Rail first around the 5. Oh, just a hair off. Nice swing. Darlene stepping up with ball in hand. Scanning the table for a possible pattern. My 5 is kind of in an awkward position. She's just going to split this gap between the 9 and 4, come up table, leaving the 2 in this bottom right corner. Pulling away from the pocket here. Oh, definitely pulls on it. Look at this. That's a game changer. I have seen Daniel shoot some amazing shots today. I think he's coming right off that 2 ball. I'm going right into that 9, hoping to play the 9 off the 8 in the side. Oh, he swung at it. Turns the table over to John. It's quite a bit of blue there. What is that, about 6.5 feet? I see a nice separation safe out of John. Gonna play safe up. I like that there. That takes some guts. Being able to play 6.5 feet Be able to know that you're going to play directly square into that object ball and not glance off the side. Very similar shot, but at a closer distance. Lori stepping up to the table, close proximity to the 2. Looks like she's kicking. If she makes this, she'll be leaving herself a decent shot on the 4.
Stanley Berglund and Ian Burns, table 38.
Here we go. Let's see some pattern.
Strom,
Daniel
Marcus
stepping
Barossa,
up.
table
Nice open shot on the 2. Easily getting back for the 4.
Chris Nyland,
The
table
key is going to be
55.
how do you get from the 4 to the 5?
Kathy Duenas, Evan Smelser, table 56. Rick Tannehill, and Brady
Hard to see
Taylor,
what kind of
table
angle
58.
Darlene has on the 4. Whether she can play through the 4 with left into that long rail and open up and bump that 5 out. Whether she's just going to try and draw back and leave him a bank on the 5. Nice bump there. Ooh, unjust. Well, Daniel's got his work cut out for him here. Being down 0-1 in a finals race to 5. Once again, $640 on the line here, and the prestige of taking home first prize versus runner-up. I would imagine tensions are building. Hands are probably getting a little bit more sweaty. Probably going to see a little bit more waver in that backhand. Whoa. John taking ball in hand. 5 balls on the table. Really wanting to seal the deal on this game. Going up 2-0 would be a huge difference between 1-1. Creating an angle here. Looks like he's going to draw off the 5. Up table and just leave a nice shot on the 6. Great execution. See if we see just a nice, firm stroke out of Lori. Probably a little bit of a stun. Oh. It's a problem with that little bit of an off angle. So often you'll see a player try to manipulate into the pocket. And if he just touches the facing at all, it can tend to hold up on you. Darlene stepping up. We have the 6 jawed in the pocket. 4 ball out, trying to get to 1-1. Looks like she's reaching for the rest. Let's see what kind of form she has utilizing this crutch. Pretty classic here. I like how she's pinning that down to the rail with her left hand. Nice smooth stroke. Great speed. Leaves Daniel a nice angle to be able to open up table towards that 8 ball. Here we go, Daniel. Opening up that cue ball. Leaving a nice shot on the 8. Good speed. So is Darlene just gonna roll through this 8 ball and just leave him that 9 ball straight down in this corner pocket? I don't think she has to do anything fancy. She won't be flirting with the side at all. Nice and smooth. Here we go. Roll that ball 8 inches forward. She opted to hit a stun. See, for me, that changes the shot quite a bit. I feel I can actually roll that ball easier than hitting that stun, and it's going to leave me a much more comfortable shot down to the corner. Here, I get the jitters getting close to that side pocket. I start looking at 3-rail banks. I start looking at the cross bank. I start thinking about having to try and really juice that ball and draw past that side. Unfortunately, I'm very familiar with this leave. I do it to myself all the time. Let's see what Daniel can do. And he decided to go with the 1-rail bank. So close. That ball had a lot of speed on it, but he missed that by a hair. That would have been a beautiful execution. Now I use a strategy myself here that when I step to this table, whether I left myself this leave or whether the table was turned over to me, I always look at it the same way. I view that it was turned over to me because I feel like that gives me the confidence to know that I'm still shooting. Whereas if I would have played shape and left myself this, I would be disappointed that I left myself a harder shot. Nice swing at it from John. That was a hard angle there. Darlene with a chance to get on the board. Nice and smooth. Get that score updated for you. 1-1. Whoops. Here we are, 1-1 in this final race to 5 for Scotch Doubles
Brady
Gold
Baker,
Division.
Julie DeWalt, table 39.
Once again, $2,030 going to the first place team versus $1,390 going to the runners up. We have a $640 race to 4. I'd love to see this match go hill-hill. Nothing gets my blood pumping like a hill-hill thriller. Hope you all are enjoying yourselves. I know I am. If you'd like to bring up a second screen, Railbirds is also streaming the Platinum Scotch Doubles Final simultaneously on their channel. They're on YouTube. That's Railbirds. We are here at the 2019 Western BCA 9-Ball Championships in Lincoln City, Oregon. Chinook Winds Casino hosting us. Their staff is hard at work, as always, keeping this room clean, providing our refreshments, giving us a place to play. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it here at the Pacific Northwest Pool Community. Looks like some frustration coming out of Darlene. Does not want to be kicking this ball. I haven't seen a jump cue out of Darlene or Daniel yet. I know a lot of people are jumping just the corner of that ball. I myself am kicking. Looks like she's looking at it like she might be able to masse. Little swerve. That puts you in much better position for the 3-ball. No, looking at kicking off the head rail. It's a pretty tight angle. That 2 balls out from that side pocket. A good ball, ball and a half. Oh, unjust. Giving a ball in hand. John stepping up to the table. He's sighting that 2-9 right out of the gate. So is it going through his mind that he feels it's a higher percentage to swing at the 2-9 with ball in hand currently, as opposed to just trying to run out with no balls touching? There are 7 balls on the table. He's still sighting it. He's got his eye on the prize. He's looking at trying to go up 2-1. Appreciate the determination there. Swings at it and makes the deposit. Nice shot, John. Bringing his team up 2-1. It's a big shot there. 2-1 and breaking. You can see a little shake of the head and some frustration. Wishing that he would have given Darlene just a little bit more clearance on that 2-ball. But sometimes that's how the ball rolls. Great play out of both teams.
Adam H. Raquel, table 41. Joe Landy.
Seen a
Don
pretty
Carnes,
positive
table
demeanor
44.
out of all 4
Ryan
players.
Smith, Steve Wilson, table 45. Mike
I mean, who doesn't want to be in the finals?
Foster, table 48.
It's an exciting moment in a pool player's life. Look at that action on that cue ball. John laying down a firm break. I don't know if Lori can catch the edge of that 1 ball or not. I can see her calling a push, playing the 6-9, spotting the 9. I think a lot of players just aren't comfortable leaving an easy combination on the table, knowing that it could easily go to the other team instead of themselves. So she did motion for the push. Plays the 6-9, the 9 spots, and Darlene and Daniel will have the option of either taking the cue ball as it lies or giving it back to team John Letsom and Lori Dawkins. One thing that they have discussed here in length at this tournament is that imagine that each team is a chain. Because Lori played the push, if by chance Darlene did not want the leave, it would go to John next instead of going back to Lori. They made an announcement before the tournament commenced, just clearing that up. I know it's a common debate amongst Scotch doubles partners. Another big change that we've seen in Scotch doubles format here, the Western BCA events, is that you are allowed to talk to your Scotch doubles partner, but the non-shooter just needs to be outside of the playing area. So as you saw Darlene squeeze through that little walkway there, as long as Lori is on the outside of those tables, she could talk to John as much as she wants while he's shooting. Definitely changed the way Scotch doubles is being played, having that option for open dialogue. confirmation that Steve Lingelbach and his partner Wendy just sealed the deal for platinum Scotch doubles. I believe that's back-to-back wins for Wendy and Steve Lingelbach. I'm almost positive that they won the 2019. No, that would have been 2019. Yes, I'm almost positive that they won the 2019 Western BCA 8-ball championships as well. I'll have to double check, but I'd be willing to bet $1 on it. So whether they did or didn't, that's still a very strong showing back-to-back for them. Congratulations, Steve Lungelbach and his partner, Wendy. I believe it's Shelsky, but don't quote me on that. Lori on the rail, but a beautiful line on this 8-ball. Nice and easy, leaving John 9-ball. Opts to play it firm. I think I would have rolled that ball and just left John the 9 here in the lower corner. It's one great thing about playing pool is that everyone does things so differently. It's really cool to see how different people tackle a rack. It's one of the reasons why I really enjoy playing Scotch doubles is that depending on the style of play of your partner, they can do things very similar to you or completely different. I actually prefer to play with a teammate that plays different than me because I'm able to learn and see the way they do things. Nice shot, John. Beautiful. That's a huge swing there. 3-1, race to 5. Brings up their fair match to 76% over Darlene and Daniel at 24. Momentum in their favor. John and Lori would love to finish out these next 2 games and take home that first prize money. Yeah, Q-Stick, I completely understand. That's why my partner and I ride separately. I don't want him to leave me at the casino. Be a pretty expensive cab ride home for me. Hope you all are enjoying the stream. Looks like Summerfield is commencing a post-match interview with Lingelbach and Wendy. Getting a little bit of feedback about their tournament success. Look at that break. Just shatters that rack. Darlene with a look at the 1. It's a little bit of a steep angle, but completely doable. We've seen her make this shot at least once tonight. The question is, does she opt to shoot it to make it, or is she going to play safe? I could easily see a 1 ball coming down to the foot rail and just leaving that 1 up on the 2. Nice. Great shot out of Darlene. We have seen a jump cue out of John more than once tonight. Looks like Colin in the air raid. The only thing I don't like about the jump is that he most likely will be moving that cue ball towards that 6. So it's kind of hard to know what's going to happen after the initial contact of the jump. Might have got away with a jump safe there. I believe Daniel will be able to see the edge of the 1 It's hard to tell if he'll be able to make that down in the corner. I guess we'll find out. Looks like he's sighting it like it goes. Great shot. Look at that confidence. Not a doubt in his mind. Fortunately, just a touch firm. Darlene with another opportunity to play a kick here. Wasn't happy with her last kick in the last game. I think she has a much higher percentage of a good hit here. Nice, good contact. It's Railbird's pleasure for providing the stream. Thanks for listening in with us and supporting Pacific Northwest Pool. As far as John's outfit, I think he's got his own style. He's a grown man. I like salmon. I mean, shoes look comfortable. He looks comfortable. That's all that matters, right? I think a red glove would be kind of distracting to me, but maybe he likes the contrast of the black shaft on the red glove. Who knows? I like those collars on Lori's shirt. Looking good. Back to the match at hand. This is that shot that I was speaking of earlier. We know the 4-ball goes. She knows she can make it without scratching the side, but it's still there. You know you can do it, but if you don't hit it perfect, you can easily scratch in the side. I think she's going to play this firm. Backing up. I think that was a smart option, and she gets rewarded for it. I think I'd rather do both, Hank. Nothing feels better than playing great, feeling great, looking great. I wouldn't know anything about that, but I've talked to some people that do. If I had to choose one, feeling great, playing great, looking great, I think I'm going to go with feel. Here we go, Daniel. Are we going to see a cut to the side with a tight 3-rail shape, getting to the 6, down here in the lower left corner? Nice little love bump. Boom. Great shot. Yes, I do support that. Scott Perry, probably one of the best dressed men in the room at any one point in time. I love that they've opened that up as far as dress code goes, that as long as we don't have holes or frays on our jeans, that we are allowed to play in pretty much comfort. I'm definitely a jeans and t-shirt guy myself. Beautiful separation shape by Darlene. Late in the game, 3 balls on the table. Smart play, executed it to the tee. See if Lori's just going to play this little spin kick past that 9, play that 6 towards the side. Look at this. Just touches it. Slow down. Leaves Daniel a very obtainable but sharper angle. Could see him cutting the 6 ball, lower right corner, playing two rails, 8 to the same pocket. this. 2 rails, 8 to the side. I like that way better. Here we go, just a nice up and down. Concentrate on the ball. You know Daniel can make it from anywhere on the table. Make that 8 ball nice and smooth. Oh. Ouch. Not much to say about that. We've all been there, we've all done it. At that point in time, I feel I'm just giving 95% of my mental effort to making that ball and just counting that the shape is just going to be natural. Let's see what John does here. Oh, no. Daniel with a nice look. I believe that 8's past the point. No worry of a scratch. See if he just plays it nice and easy. Nothing fancy. He knows that Darlene can pick up that 9 ball. There we go. Smart shot. I like that style of play. See if Darlene can shake off that last miss and really just put this 9 ball in the hole. They want to be at 2-3. They do not want this to go to 1-4. Nice concentration. Nice and easy. 2-3, as my dad would say, Michael Jordan. Get that score updated for you. Here we are. I think both teams can taste that first prize money. Seeing a little bit of jitters out of all players involved. Seen some phenomenal shots. Some smart pattern play. Once again, thanks for tuning in. This is Joel Peck commentating for Railbirds here at the 2019 Western BCA 9-ball championships here in Lincoln City, Oregon, hosted by the Chinook Winds Casino. Hope you all are enjoying the start to your work week on this Monday evening. Appreciate you listening in and watching some good pool. John and Lori Letsom had the point. They lost 2-5 in the first set. We are in the final set, and they are up 3-2. $2,030 to first and $1,390 to second. Playing a $640 set here. Big shout out to all the staff involved in this event. Quite a few volunteers as far as Western BCA goes. Rick Jones, his whole crew with Bad Boys Productions, always doing a great job getting these diamonds in here. All the staff from Chinook Winds keeping this room clean, getting us ice water, providing all the promotions, bartenders, concessions. How about a shout out to all the refs involved, our referee staff, always doing a phenomenal job, keeping an eye on our matches for us, waiting to get called over to the tables to make that call that's a little too close for the 2 players to agree upon. Big shout out to all our vendors here, selling some good gear. Jesse providing maintenance for all your cue needs. We will be here through Sunday evening. If you find some time to take a drive, it's been beautiful here on the Oregon coast, come see us. back room, 6 diamond tables, open 24 hours. That's where you'll find me. Always looking for cheap action. This is Joel Peck. Looks like Daniel and Darlene are on a restroom break. Should be back shortly. We do have singles starting tomorrow. Along with singles this year, they're doing the inaugural Elite Calcutta.
Hey, minigame
If you're not
winners,
familiar with the
please
format
circle
here
the
for
winner on your
singles,
score
what
sheet.
they've done is anyone that's a 625 Fargo or higher is automatically placed into the Elite Singles. Anyone that chooses to play Elite Singles is welcome to, as long as you are qualified through Western BCA to attend this event. Everyone else that enters singles that's under 625 that didn't check that Elite Singles box will be placed into the pool. And basically after all entries are in, they just go ahead and chop that up and as even of subdivisions as possible. That will begin tomorrow. I myself will be playing. Looks like I'm placed in Platinum this year. I'm a 591 Fargo. I find it's a great opportunity to walk up and down the aisles to scout out potential Scotch doubles partners. Now that they've opened up the fact that as long as you have a 200 robustness or more that you can play with anyone qualified from Western BCA, it's a great way to kind of go scout out players that you might not know because they're not from your local area. Meet some new faces and develop some future relationships. That being said, if anyone's looking to play some Scotch doubles here in 8-ball, I have never played bronze. I just got done playing silver for the first time. I've played platinum and gold. If you are a 170-ish player, please reach out to me on Facebook, Joel Peck.
Sam
Thanks so much.
Yost and Tony Bloom, table 47. Stephen Wheatley and Bob Kalash, table 49.
Here we are getting started.
Shay Lanter and
Lori with
Jose
a good look at the
Chavez,
one.
table 51. Wendy
Fortunately,
M.
that
and
6
Josh
is going to be
Anderson,
heading right
table
towards that 2 ball.
52. Jesse Christensen and William Bagley, table 53.
Decides to play safe.
Make sure you circle the winners, guys.
If you're just tuning in, this is the Scotch Doubles Gold Finals. Darlene and Daniel Edwards trying to double dip John Letsom and Lori Dawkins. This is the final of the finals. John and Lori in the driver's seat sitting at 3-2. Trying to take home that prize money for first place, $2,030. Nice payout here. Great shot on the 1. Cue ball still spinning. Good look on the 2. Natural transition down for the 3. Let's see what Darlene can do here. You think she's just going to play the natural and come straight down, or you think she's coming out 2 rails away from the 2 towards the 3? Play safe. Look at that. Looks like she is somewhat eclipsed behind that 6 ball. Will it be enough? I believe Scotch has gone genderless down for the national event. As far as for Western BCA's event here at the regional tournament, it has not gone genderless yet. Whether that happens in the future, I have no idea. I'm sure if you follow social media, it'll be all up on there if it does happen. Got some movement on the 9. I'm sure everyone tightened up a little bit there. Looks like there's a jawed 2 ball. 3 down in the proximity of the 9. What does Lori do here? She's going rail first, carrying through the 2, heading down towards this 7 ball. Draws out. Great shot. Hit that firm with confidence. I'm thinking John's playing off the 3 into the 9. You can see the tangent line from here. Right off a 3 into the 9 ball. I'm sure John could taste that game coming up in his mouth. He wants to be at 4-2. Here we go. Looks like he's playing safe. Oh, nice. Oh, ball's still moving. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. And I guess he could taste it. 4-2. And watching. It's been a long road for Daniel and Darlene. They would like to win these next 3 games and take home that first prize money. It's all going to come down to this break here in Game 7. Either way, this has been a strong showing for them. They're coming off of a 17th place finish for Platinum Scotch doubles at this last WBCA 8-ball event. Looks like they were able to drop down to the Scotch doubles gold division this time, where they're in the finals. So they must be feeling good about the rhythm they've built as a team. I'm not sure what's going on here. We have a ref in the vicinity. Looks like they're pointing up at the light somehow. Lori working on a nice tight rack. A little pat of the table out of respect. Up steps Darlene. See what she can lay down. This is a huge break. Try. Okay. John Letsom, gather yourself. Let's find the pattern. How do you get from the 1 to the 2? We're going to see a cross-side bank, natural shape on the 2. We're going to see a cut to the side, 3 rails and out. Might be some jitters. Seeing quite a bit of movement of the balls. Oh, and it hangs up. Man, what a shot. Someone was blessing the pool gods there. We're going to see a jump cue out of Lori. Looks like she's working on a scuffer or maybe just really chalking that phenolic tip. Here we are, short cue coming out. Warming up that shoulder there, a little bit of shoulder movement. I like what she's doing. Get that blood flowing. This is a big shot. She's going dart, so over the shoulder. Finding that line. Nice jump, Lori. Good contact, got clean over that ball. So we're going to see 1 off the 7 in the corner, natural shape on the 2. We're going to see a 1-2 combination. Or we're going to see 1 off the 3. Didn't even see that one. Hank, you're welcome to arrest your jump cue anytime you like. You could lock it up in my case if you like. I've always wanted a LeBeau.
All right, I need Evan Smelser and Rick Tannehill, table 39.
Let's take a look at that scoreboard. And being at 4-2, it looks like it's a 84% odds to John and Lori to win this set.
Brian Woodruff and Augie Gonzalez, table 57.
Daniel being diligent to really take a look at this ball. He's trying to develop a plan. Unfortunately, that 2 is pretty deep behind that 4 ball. Really thinking about maybe he's going to play offensive versus defensive. And he goes full offensive, not a doubt in his mind. I like his commitment. Thinking we're going to see a jump cue out of John here. Full jump over the 9. Cut that 1 ball, move up table for a nice shot on the 2. Wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be a dart overhand jump. Here we go. Overhand dart. Looking at it.
All right, everybody please remember to circle the winner.
Well, good thing that 9 ball dropped. He would not have liked to have left a 1-9. So gives up ball in hand, the 9 ball spots. Darlene stepping up. She's kind of looking at that 1-9, but that 8 is pretty big. I'm seeing a couple different options. I like using that foot rail. So cutting that 1 ball, using that foot rail, and coming up table for that 2 down in this lower right, and then working that way because then I could play the 3 and I'm moving towards the 4. Yeah, if I had to trade a strong grasp of kicking versus jumping, I know that I would take kicking myself. But I'm a firm believer in utilizing all the tools available to you. Whether you have preference to kick over jump, so be it. But I think knowing how to jump and having one in your case is worth it, even if you never use it. Daniel looking at this 1 past the 5. I'm not sure what he was doing there. I totally misread that. Was he trying to play a combination? I know he could have played the 1 in the side, but it looked like he was aiming more towards the corner pocket. Not to use the word desperate, but when you're down on the bottom side of the hill, you see some shots out of desperation. You have that added pressure to really just get out. John electing to play safe, using that 9 as a blocker. Jacked up over the 8. This is not going to be an easy shot. (5-8) is pretty rough. 4-6 is rough as well, and the 2-3. So we have 3 different sets of problem balls here. This is not an easy rack to get out of. Looks like she's going rail first. kick to the corner. Just shy. Lori stepping up to the table with ball in hand. What's she doing here? She rolling forward on the 1 to play the 2 in the side. It's a pretty steep cut there. Must be easier than it looks from my view. Maybe not. John's really looking at that. I don't think he's super pleased. Yeah, bad shoulder can be the end of jumping for a lot of people. I've seen some interesting sidearm techniques from people that have shoulder pain. I've seen a lot of people jump sidearm, and it's super successful. They're still able to get that wrist snap, but they don't have that strain on their shoulder. Here we go. I see a big kick, some balls moving. You can just tell in his body language. He shot that shot multiple times tonight. I think when Daniel's on the ropes, he is not afraid to swing for the stars. I bet you he's hit quite a few home runs in his life. A little bit of an awkward angle here on the 2 ball. It does go to the side, but it's no gimme. Even then, it's going to be a combination 3-4. Nice little turn of events there. Lori stepping to the table. She can see the edge of that 2 ball. Is she going to play a cross bank here? She's playing the combination. Opts to play the combination. I don't think she had enough ball. It was close. Maybe she could have manipulated it with a little bit of English. I believe he can see the full ball. Looks like he's sighting it that way. Is he going to play through the 2 and then just leave the 3-4 combination? And he's really playing firm right now. We saw a couple lower speed shots out of him earlier in the match, but towards the end of this match, everything has been playing firm. I wonder if that's a comfort zone for Daniel, being able to really kind of boost that power and make your mark, send that ball home. It's a touchy little combination here. You want to be aware of that scratch in the side, especially coming off that 5 ball. I think I'm playing a separation safe. I'm going to drive that 3 to that side rail, and I'm going to come down and use that 6 as a blocker ball. Looks like Summerfield and Kevin are back in the booth, getting ready for the silver Scotch doubles finals on the other channel here. Be sure to tune in. So currently they are finishing up with gold on this table. Steve Lingelbach and Wendy just won platinum. We have silver about to commence. And I'm not sure if bronze finished earlier today or not. I would assume it has, but don't quote me. We will be here all week through Sunday evening. hopefully commentating all, if not a majority, of the point and finals matches. Darlene taking her time. We have the added eyes of a ref, making sure that there's no double hit. Looks like she's trying to make that spin combination. Avoid that scratch in the side. It was ruled a good hit. Are we going to see coming off the edge of the 3 into the 4 here? Once again, John Letsom and Lori Dawkins on the hill. This is the final. This is a $640 set. Nice swing at it. Good speed control. Are we going to see a kick combination? 3 to the 4 here. Nice swing at it, Daniel. Hit that smooth. Good speed. Lori has a couple options here. She's going to play off the 3 into the 4. She's going to play the 3 into the 4. She's going to bank the 3. Looks like she's going off the 3 into the 4. See what kind of speed control she has. Oh, darn. Well, for that ball being jawed, it seemed more difficult than it seemed to be for both teams. Thank you for all watching and listening. This is an exciting time for Pacific Northwest Pool. I know that we all look forward to this time of year. Getting out to come to the coast and play some competitive 9-ball with people from Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, and Canada is pretty amazing. I've been told this is the largest regional event in the United States. We do have 80 7-foot diamonds, 74 in the main room, and then 6 in a 24-hour practice room. If you find yourself in the area, please come down. There's always people looking for some competitive pool. Darlene really taking her time to develop her plan of attack here. I like playing the 3 to the side that she's looking at now. Leaving myself a nice angle to play the 4. 5 up table and just working out away from that 9. 6 in the upper left top corner. From this angle, it'll be hard to hold for that pattern. Nice, look at that. Unfortunately now, instead of working away from the rail towards the 6, he's heading towards the rail itself. We'll see if she follows through, hits just shy of that side, and then continues up table towards the 6. She just does not want to get behind that 9-ball. Nice shot. Beautiful execution. Played that with quite a bit of confidence. This is a huge shot. He's going to spin cut this, coming all the way down to the foot rail, not trying to contain it all, knowing that Darlene can make that 9-ball. I'm thinking he's playing 2 rails. Look at this. Great shot, Daniel. Right where they want to be. Beautiful leave. Here we go, Darlene. Bear down. Take your time. Know that this 9-ball is yours. Great shot. Bringing it to 3-4. Well, this is turning out to be a great finals. Once again, John and Lori had the point. Darlene and Daniel working on the double dip after winning the first set, 5-2. John and Lori still in the driver's seat, up 4-3 and breaking. Just in case you haven't checked out our other I don't know what it's called. It's the same channel, but it's the other match being streamed. You have the silver Scotch doubles finals happening simultaneously. Taking a look at that fair match percentage. John and Lori being on the hill, up 4-3. It's given them 71% to 29% odds that Daniel and Darlene will be able to come back and win the next 2 games. Stay tuned and let's see how this pans out. Looks like we have a player break for Darlene. Great time to take a break. I usually go wash my hands, grab a glass of water, maybe walk up and down the stairs once, get my head cleared. At this point in time, it'd be hard for me not to be thinking about the $640. I don't know if it's the money that means more to me or the prestige of knowing that I took home first. I would like to think that it would be the prestige, but to be honest with you, cash in the pocket feels pretty darn good. Either way, both teams are taking home a nice piece of cash. First place is bringing in $2,030, and then we have $1,390 to the runner-up. So once again, this is a $640 set. Who do you think's more nervous right now? Do you think it's the pressure's laying on John and Lori to win this next game, prevent the double dip? Or do you think it's more pressure going on Darlene and Daniel to win the next 2 games to complete that double dip? I don't know. I think I have more pressure riding on myself mentally when I'm on the hill and my opponent is coming back on me than I do when I'm against the ropes and I need to just win all the next games. But that's just me. Nice break. Just got to look at the 1, but not very many available pockets. I can't tell if that 1 goes by the 4 or if the 1 can cut to the side behind the 6. Looks like it's going to go by the 4, but that's going to be pretty tight. Beautiful shot, Lori. Not a doubt in her mind. This will be a big shot for John. He's looking to see if that 3 goes by the 6 on the side. This ball's pretty thin. I think it's a little farther over from the pocket than it might look. Looks like he's putting a little bit of right on there. Spins it in. Pretty close to his work here. So this is an interesting situation. It looks like we're about a chalk's width off the cue from the 3. I wouldn't be surprised if they call a ref over here. Looks like if she plays away from the 3, she'll be heading towards that 4-9.
Chris Jenkins and Amber Johnson, table 45. Robert Strom and Nick Jordan, table 51.
Looks like she has out her jump cue. Am I not seeing something here? Oh, beautiful execution. I like that. Yeah, not much snooker being played on 7 foots nowadays that I've seen. Look at this. Great shot, John. Good look on that 6 ball. So Lori gonna spin cut this on the side. Working 2 rails towards the 7. She's just gonna hit this nice and firm and play through that 6 ball and avoid that side pocket scratch. Heading up table to leave John a nice angle on the 7. Looks like she's cueing for the side pocket. Look at this. 1 rail. Almost 2 rails. I'm thinking John long and strong here. Nice and smooth. All he has to do is make this ball, and Lori's got that 9 ball. Not too firm, not too soft. Nice and smooth. Looks like that cue ball will be tracking towards center table, giving her about half of a spot shot. Telling myself, all you got to do is make this ball, and Lori will take care of the rest. This is a $640 shot. Interesting how John took his time to sight that, but then as soon as he decided, how quick he got down. Beautiful shot, John. Nice. Great leave. Lori with the opportunity to seal the deal here. $640 9 ball. Notice her stance. Getting down. Smooth. Great shot, Lori. Congratulations. John Letsom, Lori Dawkins, finishing 5-3 in that final over Daniel Edwards and Darlene Edwards. Congratulations to the runners-up and our first-place finishers. We appreciate you listening in. Go ahead and switch over to our other view and check out some silver Scotch doubles finals. Thanks again.